Right, BFME 2 tails are not enough, and in this one we got the third of 4 games that happened on the famous 8-player night of the 9th of October. So in this game we have a 2v2v2v2. So here we start off with myself as men this time. I decided to go with men instead of Isengard. Myself, Jimbo, here, starting off with the customary barracks and archery range. And over here, I was quite fortuitous to be able to have a brutal ally that was also men. I think a couple of people did mention perhaps it might have been wiser for me to have a hard rather than a brutal. Yeah, I guess so. I think any one of us paired with a brutal, it's always a little bit unfair, I guess. I think, especially if the brutal can survive the early game and then get to late game. I mean, they're a right fucker to deal with. Right, over here. And Lewis is the unfortunate bugger who has to deal with my brutal. But at least he's going here and he's going to get some Kazash first. So his, let's see, is his ally over here? No. No, this is proper Ryan. And proper Ryan gets proper Boromir out, and he has a proper archery range and proper barracks and proper pikeys coming out. But he should be getting this. Ryan, I don't want to see this. This is money here. This is money that you don't want. Alright. So let's see. Gaz is hard. Yes, Gaz is hard. Right. He's got the Murderer of Crows. Now that's probably a wise inclusion. You need to know what the fuck is going on here. And he didn't want to get the money either. And over here we have Jackson. And here we have the real Carl. The real Carl. And up here next to me we have Luke. So I believe the teams are Luke and Carl. Let's have a look. We can have a look here. So yeah, Luke and Carl, they're blue and yellow, so imagine them as the colours of Sweden. And then we have 4 and 4, so Lewis and Ryan, so pink and red. And then 3 and 3, so purple and white. So purple and white. Okay, so yeah, pretty much everyone is next to each other. Everyone is next to each other, so that's good. Now what are all of the ideas? Now, everyone seems to be getting the creeps. Carl is going for wargs this time. It's quite expensive, Carl, to come out with all of them. I mean, you got the pikeys and this is... I'm not even sure you can get these guys closer to that fortress there. Carl, fuck it up. No one's going to berserk you that quickly, don't worry. Right, my ally has already got loads of stuff out. Because remember, everything is half price, 275 for them guys, and only 100 for Gondor Knights. Right, so there's a bit of a set 2 here between myself and Luke. I put the Elven Wood down, and I don't think he's nowhere near level 3 yet. I'm waiting to get some rangers. I'm determined to push a little bit because I don't want to get penned in so much. Right. Now here we go. Now this is the first bit of contact right here. We have my brutal up against Lewis, and Lewis knows that he needs to win this, and this is a fucking bloody hell, bloody hell, bloody hell. But the thing is Ryan has sort of sausaged himself way too early. I mean, right. So Ryan went up initially to help Lewis, and in so doing completely fucked himself. I mean, destination fuck, the real shit mixer. This is what I'm looking at here. Right, Ryan is now sending... Boromir's been on holiday, he's just come back, you know, he's got a tan, you know, maybe a bit of Gandhi's revenge or something like that, you know, it's like, oh right, have I got to do any work? Right, meanwhile, Jackson and Gaz are trying to put Ryan to the sword. Now, no one can help. Now, he's still got pikeys here. And even Ryan is starting to build in Lewis's base. Gold. And it looks like they're going to win. Now, I don't know whose Elven Wood this is. This could be... whose is it? Because that could have been the real difference there, I think. Jackson. No, it's not Jackson's, it's Ryan's. Yeah, it was Ryan's. And it did it well. He's still got these Gondor soldiers chasing these Rangers. Oh, Christ alive. He's got the horn. He's got the horn. Right, now this is interesting because it looks like Lewis is mounting a counter-offensive here. How the fuck is Lewis mounting a counter-attack whilst he's under attack by the by BFME there? That is just crazy. He's trying to keep him there. Strange place to put a tower, but it's going up anyway. He's got Rangers here. He's got Rangers here, but Jackson needs to be very careful because Carl is menacingly close here, and he's starting to bring out the ballistas. Carl's had enough already. He wants to take out, but he has to be very careful here because his ally is under an attack by myself, and I want to protect my trebuchets, so I need to point these Rangers off in their direction, and it looks like it's already going tits up over here. This game is starting to evolve very, very quickly here. Jackson+Gaz. Jackson's doing good by keeping his Rangers here, which is a really good help, I think, for his Isengard troops, without a doubt. And Ryan's just barely in it, barely. Bloody hell, these are fucking expensive here. And it seems like for a moment my brutal ally is not doing anything. Not doing anything at all. Lewis has a slight bit of reprieve for a moment. I don't know what happened to the old wargs. Alright, here we go. He wants to run him over, but he's got to keep going. He's got to keep him. Yeah, there we go, there we go, there we go. He's going to get him. He's done the howl on him as well, but surely the Rangers are too close. There's no clumping here, there's no clumping. Boromir here, not doing anything. I don't know if Ryan was just sitting at home having a bit of pizza. I don't know. Nothing he can do. And Gaz and Jackson smell blood, and they want to get Ryan out of this game. They want him out. Right. Carl sees what's going on between myself and Luke, and he knows he has to do something about these trebs, but there's just too many of them already. There's too many pikeys, and Luke is in trouble. He's in trouble. And Carl, he's in a bit of a predicament here, because if he moves his troops away, he doesn't know what's going to happen. So he's sort of a bit 50-50 there, and it looks like Luke, for the second game in a row, is unfortunate to be put next to me. Right, here we go, my allies spewing out troops, but it looks like Lewis is actually defending himself. He is defending himself, but it looks like Ryan is almost out of this game. Ryan is out of this game. He got done in by Gaz with the assistance of Jackson's Rangers. This was good team play over here by Jackson+Gaz, without a doubt. Okay, and now Carl has thought, no, I have to bring my main force in here to be able to take care of me, otherwise he's going to be in a world of shit. And there comes the arrow volley straight from hell. Fucked all his bloody fucking archers. They are completely done in. And whatever resistance he had is now over. That is for sure. And now I have more troops coming over here and take care of his ballistas. And this has definitely opened up the gate here. Right, Ryan is out of the game. Ryan is out of the game. And it's spelling doom here for Carl, because already Jackson is sniffing a bit of blood over here too. And he's going to start bringing out the trebuchets, and his tower creep slowly moving over there. So on this side of the map we can see Gaz can afford to chill a little bit. He's got his troops. He went for an assault on Lewis. He can't really do much. I don't know if Gaz and Jackson probably saw what was going on with my brutal ally and decided perhaps to chill. I think that looks like what they're going to do here. So yes, I think Jackson's taking some forces back. and he's going to try and deal with Carl. And it looks like my forward assault force has been taken out, so Carl has effectively defended Luke, but I'm slowly putting all of my farms in this space as well, and slowly getting my troops back. Right, Lewis looks like he's got some sort of force. Now Lewis is unfortunate here because in order for him to basically succeed and get into this game, he has to deal with this brutal ally of mine. And I mean, this is just sending troops for the slaughter. That is suicide. There's nothing he can do. Nothing he can do. Now, Jackson is already sending some preliminary forces over here to try and soften Carl up by taking out his lumber mills. And Carl sees the danger. He knows there's danger. Luke coming out with troops as well to help. And he's got ballistas. He's got enough to be able to defend himself. It's going to take quite a lot for Jackson to be able to take care of this. Right. I've got my forces here, and there seems like a bit of a reprieve going on here. I should be getting the old ivory tower. Right. So these troops are menacingly close, and Lewis can see them. He can see them. What Lewis really needed was my ally to go somewhere else. And that's not how it works, unfortunately. Right. Carl knows he has to break out. And Luke is doing the same thing. Luke is doing the same thing. He's coming over to assist with this assault. Because if they don't break this deadlock right here, then it's going to be just slowly but surely Jackson creeping up with his towers and trebuchets, and then Carl will have no chance whatsoever. I mean, his towers were here, his fortress is there, 2 bloody rangers in here. They are fucking sniping the shit out of it. These ballistas have to be shooting at this by now, have to be. Now, if I was Jackson, I'd be saying to Gaz to get his ass over here, because you're not quite sure what the fuck is going to go on here. You're seeing 2 colours coming in here. These 2 guys are trying their best to get this bloody trebuchet, but it's not having any of it. And it looks like both forces have sort of been annihilated. Oh, he came at the right time. The right bloody time. Oh no, did all those guys die? Oh, that is so harsh. There were 2 platoons out of there, and they didn't make it at all. That's so harsh. And Gaz, this is a great tactic now. There's no defences through this diag right here, and Gaz is walking straight in. And at the same time, I'm walking straight in too. Whee! Alright, so Luke and Carl. I didn't have ivory tower yet. I didn't have it at all. I thought to myself, I can't let them get too built up, so I have to move in now. Little did I realise that it was a huge 2v2 that was going on. So they're in big trouble. And it looks like, yeah, my ally is slowly but surely taking Lewis out, and that is not nice. It is not a nice position to be in. Gaz is pissing around to the point where he can even afford to have these warg sentries. Crazy times. Right, the Trebors are coming in. My troops are here. Luke Izzard has been defeated. Nothing he could have done, and Carl quits. Carl quits the game, and now it's my forces up against the might of Gaz, and he has got a lot of upgraded troops too, but it's okay because I blow the horn, he froze my troops and I froze his troops for longer. But I got rangers and he hasn't. Quick heal there to be able to help, and now very quickly it turns into this sort of situation here where it's a 2 versus 2, and I can see it's myself versus Gaz and Jackson over here. I believe that it's quite interesting, because I think that attack by Carl+Luke didn't cripple Jackson, but certainly put him off a little bit. It certainly set him back a little while. But Gaz came in at the right time to be able to save and prevent Jackson from being done in. Right, Lewis is out the game. My ally has defeated him. And now it's me and my brutal ally versus Jackson and Gaz. Jackson bringing out Aragon. So he's got quite a few troops here. This is looking expensive. I think maybe Gaz is looking at what I did in the previous game as Isengard and thinking to do the same thing. You're going to need a lot of builders, Gaz, let's put it that way. A lot of builders, and all of this space here needs to be filled with all your furnaces, which you have done. So that is goody goody gumdrops. Right, my force coming in here. Rohirrim. They have been frozen. Oh, when he's done an arrow volley on the Rohirrim. Oh, great shot by Jackson there to get rid of my Rohirrim. Brilliant. That is a brilliant shot. Aragorn, as usual, being almost impossible to fucking kill. But it's okay, because I'm bringing out more forces. More forces and more forces. Right. Getting that out, because I never really get the upgrades. I always just think, oh yeah, I don't need upgrades. What do I need those for? Right, so my assault force over here has been defeated. However, my ally is coming in with plenty of trebs and upgraded troops, so that's good. They're putting a lot of pressure on Gaz. Gaz cannot effectively help Jackson. They're desperately trying to get this Theoden. Crikey. Right, so what happens next? That is the question. What happens next? Right, so this is quite a decent force for my ally over here. I think Gaz realises he has to use this force to be able to go in and get those trebuchets. But there has been a penetration into Gaz's base. And now the forces are coming in. Another peculiar place for the towers. But Gaz can see it, and he has got plenty of troops here, and this is... He is really expecting some heat right here. Bloody hell. Whew! That is very defensive. Right, so I've got another force that is coming over. Slowly but surely wiggling my way down. Need far more of these. I should have built far more whilst everything was going on. Right, Jackson sees the danger as well, and he is coming in with his forces. He knows he needs to get these things out. Random, brutal Aragorn taking out this Warg sentry. Fuck that Warg sentry, that's what he says. Right, Rohirrim here. Oof. Crikey. It almost seems as if Gaz and Jackson are doing their best to try and deal with my ally here. Meanwhile, I'm just picking my nose here, just taking my time, building up the stables here, and I think to myself, I'll bet you they're really quite entrenched and dug in, but perhaps I overestimated my opponent there. I think they were still reeling from all the battles that they had had previously, and this is a very tight defensive line here within a screenshot of the fortress. Gordon Bennett, 3 platoons, it's the Grand National going on over here, bloody hell. Jackson never met stables he didn't like, and now he's going in for it. He wants to do some trample damage. Doesn't care if they're pikeys, he's going straight in anyway. Right, I'm taking care of this force here. Bring in some more trebs. I need a lot more trebs. Alright. And now Jackson, I think, sees a little bit of what's going on here. There is a massive force here. I think this is a bit... I don't think this is right, lads. I think there should be... you don't have to have so many troops. I mean, I don't have anything. I got 1 ranger platoon in here with some pikeys. Like that's pretty much all you really need. And then you just make sure that you have your power points ready in case anyone does decide to attack you. So, right, I'm moving in. got the Trebs, got Bozza. I'm happy. I'm happy in myself. Right, I think Jackson sees that and he knows he needs to get some sort of tower line up. But it seems as though there's a big battle going on here about this area here, which was towered up but is now broken. My ally is doing very good from the left side, so I figured to myself, well, if they're going down the left, I'll go down the right. Makes it nice and simple. Okie dokie. So I decided to bring out some Rohirrim, and I think to myself, I should be taking out as much of their shit as I possibly can, getting as far into this corner, and that's it. So yeah, quick arrow volley down here to be able to take care of these buggers, and that's it. So I start moving in here. Now this is a difficult assault for Jackson to deal with here, but Jackson has the Rohirrim ready. The old Rohirrim is here. But can they get all of the Trebs? They can't get all the Trebs. A few of them have got through. One of them only got destroyed, and they've walked straight into all these pikeys. And now there's nothing he can do. Or is there? He does. I do the horn right at the right time, freezing all of these fuckers. Jackson knows he's in a lot of trouble here. He knows he's in trouble. Rangers upgraded, dealing with it. Just need these things to last long enough to be able to take out the fortress. That's all we need. Aragorn was in the wrong place. He was too far away. Oh, nothing's working. Nothing's working, and he hasn't got the Elendil either. Oh, why do I move away and let Aragorn get there? I just need a couple more shots. And that's almost it. Oh, bloody hell, Aragorn with a fucking Blade Master bloody destroys two of them at the same time. That's so harsh. Right, got my little horsies. Try and shake them down, because I think, as I often think of sometimes in these games, is that you need a bit of speed. And if you've got someone on the run, you need to be able to chase them down as quick as possible. Don't allow them to build back into this game. Here we are. There's a lot of fights going on in the middle here as well. Gaz trying to break out. Gaz trying to move forward. And now Gaz is moving over towards where Jackson is to assist with what's going on over here. Maybe a little bit too late. Maybe a little too late. I think these forces should have been moving over a lot sooner. Alright, Jackson's going to run over all of this stuff. Alright, and there's my upgraded Rohirrim. It's always good to have these things running around, because obviously if they do a hell of a lot of damage, you know, nice little Clumpty Dumpty action. Yeah, I've got his troops running around. Obviously if I fight them I'm in big trouble, but I don't want to fight them. I just want to take out as many buildings as I possibly can. Not quite as quick as what wargs would do, admittedly, but still very, very important. Oh, and there's a fortress going on over here. Oh, that is too bad. I'm unable to be able to do anything here. I've only got one guy left. He's doing his best. Right, so Jackson's position over here has been pretty much annihilated, but he has still got his level 3 farms. Gaz is over here, but whilst Gaz was tending to Jackson, my ally has decided to sort of move in bit by bit. I'm not quite sure. They haven't really done that much. Has my ally really done that much? They got platoons all over the place. It's not like nothing's going on here. And I've got my base is way too far away. Way too far away. So I should have brought this up a bit sooner. Gaz penned in, and all it takes is a couple of well-placed power points from my ally, and I think he's going to be in a world of shit. The ally's been keeping him pinned down. Jackson needed assistance. He wasn't ready for my assault. He managed to defend it well the first time, but he lost his fortress doing it, and this thing is still going up. It's still going up. Can they make some sort of counter-offensive? Right, so I put some rangers and some troops here, but I sort of think to myself that I need a bit of speed going on here, so I have my horses just going around trying to take out whatever I can whenever I see some decent farms. Right, oh, there's upgraded trebs everywhere. He doesn't have the zapper. I'm not sure if he's got enough. You know, instead of making spending all that money on being able to get those warg sentries, perhaps it would have been a good idea to have the zapper on the Isengard fortress. Right, so I'm taking out all of these things, taking the inn, slowly but surely grinding them down. 750 Gaz, 187, hardly any money at all. Jackson, he's still got 750, he's still got some money. Still got some money. We need to take care of this. We need to get rid of this for him. Can't be allowed to get back in this game. The trebs are coming in from my ally, but Gaz is dealing with it. He is dealing with it. Jackson having to build a barracks in Gaz's base just in case. More and more platoons coming in. Now even my ally is stealing their inn. A lot of money is going to be taken away from Gaz's war effort. Right. Got my Rohirrim in here. Need to pick all these things off. Can't let this fucker back into the game. No bloody way. And now it's time for the main assault force to come in and try and put these guys to the sword. Watcher. Not sure if it helps. Poor Pikey being eaten. His own Pikey. More and more troops pouring in. But to be fair, I don't think my ally really did all that much, if I'm being perfectly honest. There's still quite a lot of troops that they didn't really use all at the same time, I must admit. Right, my horsies. They're probably going to get skewered now. There we go, retreat those guys back to base. Not sure if that actually did anything. 475, yes it did. Bloody hell, 375 now. Crikey, so yes, chopping someone down with archers does actually work. Now Jackson did the horn and then he did the arrow ball and it took care of the rangers. It wasn't enough. Now the trebs are coming in. Oh, hopefully maybe this platoon can actually destroy this treb. No, not at that time. He needed it. He needed that back. Healing well for these guys. Still really should have actually started building some barracks and a forward base. Really should have done that. Rohirrim, but whose is it? I think it's mine. Yeah, it's mine. Got a clump. Look at that nice clumping action there. Look how pretty that was. Right. Now it looks like my allies really coming in. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 3 trebs. Yeah, I think at times, my ally did nothing, and then at other times it sent a lot. I mean, that's a pretty big force, so yes, I will, yeah, I'll concede that obviously there were times where it did nothing, other times where it sent an awful lot. Could that have been dealt with? I don't know, I think it just conspired that way that I got the attack on Jackson before Jackson could get the attack on me. Did it work? I don't think it worked. Did it? No. Yeah, it did. Even the upgraded pikeys couldn't handle that. How crazy is that? But I did the heal on them. So they're healed dead soldiers. Bless them. Glowing blue. Quite like starlight. There we go. Right. So there's no Where's he going? He really wants to get my Boromir. Boromir and Aragorn ganging up on one Boromir. There we go. Probably. Oh man, I should have sent my troops in. Wow, you want to see how little a tower does on upgraded pikeys? Look no further than that. Look how little that is going down. That little bit of red. That is crazy how little that does. There's almost no point whatsoever in like having towers unless you've got loads of troops in it with heroic statues. I don't know what the hell this is going on here. Right, my ally coming in with all his trebs. Nothing can be done to stop it. Nothing can be done to stop the forward march. More troops. Really should have made a forward base and a lot more forward than that. Ah, that poor treb. Right. Army of the Dead. Always helpful. Probably wasn't needed, but it's always helpful. Yeah, not enough. Not enough to be able to take this out. I guess, yeah, on fortresses I don't think cavalry really do that much, to be fair. Not anymore. And I think the game is over. The game is over. And too bad the burning oil cast does not work on Army of the Dead. But it is surprising just how good these things are. And is it going to be hobbits? Is it going to be my hobbits that are going to destroy? Oh, the disrespect. The disrespect. Oh, hobbits with the rallying call to give them plus 50%. And now a bloody earthquake too. Gazizard is out of the game. The disrespect. Oh, and bloody war chant on hobbits. And that's how you lose your fortress. Ouch. Ouch. And yes, this is when brutal allies come good, when they have all of that stuff to help with them. Interesting game. Very interesting game. Everyone was next to each other. I guess all it takes is just for one person to be under the cosh and require assistance. And the moment that happens, it's a huge shift across the entire map of certain forces then having to retreat from their post and go elsewhere. And in so doing causes their own, well, kind of their own destruction really. Every time I can see there when one of the sides actually had to move their forces to help their ally, they got done in. So yes, maybe in future lads, never help your ally.